All righty, guys. This is DJ Wolf Live. Well, I can tell out here today that the holiday season has just kicked around the corner here because it's kicking around the corner. This is Friday Eve before the holiday week. The big holiday week starts. You know, because it's quiet. Roads are quiet right now. I haven't even gone to the main road yet. I will be, but it's just quiet. I just wonder if I just left a little early. But anyway, uh, I gotta talk about this now. A lot of DJs go through this. You know, you might have one set that wasn't your best set, and I really had one and a half. But the one set that I said was a half set really went better than it did. They just didn't want to hear a whole lot of music. You know, but that's another whole story. You know, nevertheless, so I had mine, and I learned my lesson from it. I ain't gonna go into detail about it. Let's just say that I was prepared. I had everything ready to go. I had everything working, but I actually made a faux pas by trying to help somebody else, and that's what actually messed me up. It wasn't the set itself. The set was, for me, was perfect. The problem is the person hiring me, for this particular set, uh, it was a function, and she kept changing the playlist. You know, it was a set playlist too. To make it so bad. It was a set playlist for something they were doing, and she kept changing. And then she didn't give me time enough to really prepare to make sure all my stuff was working. That's another whole story. I won't go. One day I'll tell you about it. But anyway, so I did learn from it because there's some of it was me, mostly was her, but some of it was me. Uh, and I've done sets where people were like, "Oh, it's too loud." Matter of fact, the last two, three sets that I did, within the last three, four sets I did, people complained about the music was too loud. Now I got some harbingers that's combined 1,200 watts. All right, my last set was 750, 1,500 watts combined, right? And people said it wasn't loud enough. Now, I had mixer on one and then had the mixer on the other, you know. So, but nevertheless, and I did my harbingers and people said it was, and I didn't even have a mixer on, and I've had people say it was too loud. But when you doing functions like that, it's going to be loud, you know. Now, the reason why I could turn mine all the way up, but now I find out that you really do have to have a powerful mixer in order to sustain your loudness on your sound, so you won't be clipping. Which I found out. A colleague of mine told me about that. Gave me great advice on that. So, especially when you're mic'd up and stuff like that. But that's another story. But so I went around, and then in the last the set that I did recently, them speakers was I mean, the equipment was heavy in itself, but the speakers itself, because I carried two big giant speakers. I didn't even have or what they call subwoofer. I had bought subwoofer a while back, and that joke was heavy as hell. I had to sell it. It was just too heavy to take out, take out my one of the rooms in my house. So, nevertheless, I went ahead and ordered me a new set of speakers. They're like standard, smaller size subwoofers, but they're big, but they're powerful enough that you can carry it with you in a bag, separate bag, along with your top speaker, your main speakers. And these jokers are 2,600 watts a piece, which basically is comes down to about 40, 40, almost 5,000 watts. Yeah, over 5,000 watts of power collectively between your two speaker sets. That's a lot. That's a lot of. That's a lot of sound. And I don't care anybody say. I don't want to hear. Oh, I can't. No, I don't want to hear it no more. So, and I wanted to talk about that because, like I said, um, You don't let one monkey stop no show. And I was at a point I was just gonna stop DJing. I really was. I was like, I'm done. You know, and I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older. I still want to continue doing this. As long as I can continue to do it for a number of years, I'm going to continue to do it. You know, because this actually, I was thinking maybe my retirement. Yeah, you know, there are people do have retirement gigs. You know, like side. Basically something that that they use to help them sustain their income. So, and that's the reason why I decided I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing it. I wasn't at first, but I said this is it. And I got new controllers. I got, I just bought a brand new, powerful, name brand, mixer that does everything. And now I got a powerful name brand new set of speakers, brand new coming. So I'm gonna do a video on it real soon, and you'll check it out and be like, wow, it's crazy. So, but it's coming up. But I was at a point where I said, well, I'm not gonna be going out there ass out no more. Like I said, was it mostly my fault? No, it was not, because I told them right up front I need time to prepare. I told them that from the get, and they knew that. And even though they knew that, they still didn't listen to me. That's another whole story. I said I'm gonna tell you the whole scoop on it after a while. I will be talking about it because it almost to a point I was just like I was just going just like saying I can't do this no more. I literally was, But I thought about it, so you know what? Even with the stuff, the equipment that I had, I was prepared. The problem was I didn't have enough time for preparation because they were in such a hurry that and it wasn't like I was late either. I wasn't even late. I was actually 4.5 hours late. I mean, I take that back. I was actually like some 4.5 hours early, to be honest. I was very early, you know. But they were doing a rehearsal for project. I mean, for the whatever the show they were doing, and I am not gonna go into detail about what it was. And I was early. I was very, and I had even asked them. I said, "Is it okay if I come at this time?" They said yes. So I got there. As soon as I got there, oh, we need to set up now. I was, no, we didn't. Matter of fact, they were doing their things, their with individual music on their phones while they were rehearsing. And I'm like, well, why do I got to rush to set up? You know, and my tablet had every song that they asked for loaded, whether it be MP3 or YouTube. They were all ready to go. And then they changed the song list twice in the middle of the playlist, in the middle of the set. I was like, that's another whole story. I was like, and then and then I didn't have time to set to make sure my controller was, because I was going to use my controller as my primary because I had all the songs also on my laptop. So my controller had all was going to be my primary, and my tablet was going to be my backup. You know, and we're both ready to go. So the controller went out. I could automatically go to my Wi-Fi. I mean, my Bluetooth, because I had the Bluetooth set up between my tablet and the speaker, and it was golden. It was working, but I had to help somebody out because the cord wasn't long enough, so they could do their own set on there because it was one of the people who was working doing their own music, live music. I had to go in and take my one of my cords. I had like three different sets of cords, and had a backup battery. And I thought my backup battery was almost fully charged, and it wasn't. And that's what messed me up. About three-quarters of the way of the set, yeah, and I couldn't get it to come back up. So that's another whole story. But they helped me out later on. I finished the set, and that's the story. That's the gist of the story. It's actually more to it. But nevertheless, well, these people decided to go so fast like that, man. I I was at a point and I told my wife that I said, you know what? I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. I was dead ass. I really didn't know if I want to do this. And I was very down. I was down for weeks. But this just I just did this a few weeks ago, and I was like, wow, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I really don't. That's how down I was about it. I was very down about it. You know. But I decided, let's do it. I mean, I've been invested in DJing for 3 decades. You know, this year actually marks my 30th anniversary since I started DJing in 1994. Technically it's 93, but really 94. 94 is when I actually did my first set, my first actual set. My driving was so fast, no cops could be out here. Yeah, sure was. And I was thinking about that. I said, I can't quit, man. This is what I love to do. It was only once the first set that I actually had these technical issues on. The first that I've ever done, and I've done many sets. I've done weddings. I've done pool parties. I've done cookouts. You know, I've done backyard parties. This is the first time this has ever happened in my 30 years of doing this. The first time. And really before I got ready to do this, I actually was in the process of getting ready to buy some equipment. You know, I bought a couple of things prior to that, but not nothing major like I did this time. So the make long story short, I'm prepared now. You know, I got a new mixer. I already had a new controller. That controller that I had I should have took anyway. That's another story. So uh, I'll talk about it. I'll probably do this on my DJ Wolf Music Box channel anyway. I'll go more in depth on that. Uh, but I'm just glad now that I know that I'm ready to do what I need to do and not get let people get in my ears about no more of that. Do what you know gotta happen to make your set be right, and don't listen to nobody. Simple as that. You know, I've been doing long enough where I know what I need to do it and how to do it. And I'm still not done. There's still a couple other things I'm gonna do to make sure that I don't go through and mess them up. I'll put it like that. But in any case, that's pretty much all I got right now. You know? Well, this is DJ Wolf. Glad to talk to you guys. Um, I'll let you know when I get my new rig, my new equipment, and give you an update. And I'll probably post it on my DJ Wolf's Music Box channel real soon. I'm out.